So there's things you can do with magic, and there's things that you can't. But the seals, the difference between religion and magic is nothing. And when you take an oath, it's magic. So when you take an oath of office, when you've been sworn in as an elected official, when you have to act consistently with that, even in your magic. There are lawyers involved. They said, those other people are saying as above, so below. If you're a lawyer here, you're a lawyer there. It's not always the case. In some cases, there's been some sort of transfer in which you get to claim the credit of being a lawyer, while the person who actually did the work of being a lawyer, it's a little bit more complicated of a circumstance to cause them to not be a lawyer on the other side. So you can, how money changes hands and things like that makes a difference. But the ceremonies that make somebody royal and somebody else a slave and such like that, those are also governed by magic. So when you're trying to magically attack someone, and they are still magically royal in their own right and married and related to royalty, serving as the widows of some and the current wives of others, and then you're trying to say, well, I'm royal too, by what? I mean, you realize that the energy it takes to interact there is a whole lot different than the energy it takes to interact here. That if that it's set up, there are things, people have put people in very hard situations in order to cause them to draw something from the other side in order to survive them, and then you have replicated those results, and that's the accumulation of magical traditions. And so in order to use these things in circumstances in which you are not in that kind of hardship, claiming that you are, even those people that claimed that stuff when they were in that hardship, they had to pay their bills. And for you to not be in such hardship, you can easily become in such hardship. Now you might have the magical ability to draw on other people to fulfill your shortcomings for you. But that's why you get those bad phone calls. You're always blaming it on me when you try to hurt me in a witch's coven, and then you get a phone call that one of your best friends has died. It's because you maxed them out. You have bound them to you as your slave, and the punishments go physical property, human property. They're going to draw from your property before they draw from your person.